How's it going, everyone? My name is NuttyNu, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make a moose dish. So what I have right here is moose meat, a few ribs, and I'll show you guys the process as we go. This is my second time doing this dish, so I'm not going to be the best. So I'm just going to show you guys the basic guideline, and you guys can add on to, you guys can add different flavor if you guys wanted to, but I'm just going to show you guys the general guideline, and we'll go from there. So what we're going to do is the moose meat is already washed. We're going to go ahead and cut it up just into like dice size, and then for the ribs you can cut them to about 2-inch or just bite-sized piece, and then we'll go from there. First thing you want to do is make sure you got some sharp knives. Just gonna start cutting the moose meat. I'm using my 12mm Rokinon, so it's on manual focus, so whenever I keep moving around like this, it's not gonna be focused, so I apologize for that. You guys will be able to see what I'm doing here. And basically we're just gonna cut the moose. If you guys know how to cut a meat, that's basically what we're doing. So we're gonna take this chunk right here. Very tasty, very good dish. This is a very tasty dish, guys. So we're just gonna cut it up. We're gonna put the moose meat and all the cut up piece into this big old pot. So for the moose meat and the ribs, this is like the size we're going for right here. You guys can see it, so I'm just gonna fast forward and go to the next step. I'll show you guys a little bit of how I cut the ribs. A little bit of the moose meat still have a little bit of fat in it, and I'm not too worried about it because we're gonna put some oil first. So I usually like to keep the fat on. It's not a big deal for me. For the dish, you do want to keep some bones in there, so any bone piece you want to keep it in there because it kind of helps marinate it, I guess. So don't throw it away. Any bones and stuff like that, do not throw it away. Just let it cook it there. You guys can see this little small meat. We'll just leave it on there and just cook this whole piece right here. Now we're coming to the ribs, and you can see the ribs already kind of cut up. So for this piece, we'll probably cut it in half, and it should be good. We're gonna use this monster knife. Everything cut up, this is what it should look like. Nice in there. Next step, we're gonna dice some garlic. And the thing about this dish is that there's no quantity. Like, there's not a teaspoon of garlic, a teaspoon of salt. It's all by taste, so you kind of just go with the flow. If you feel like you need to put more, you just put more. Or if you, once it gets ready, you can taste it and then just kind of go by the taste. Okay, garlic's in. Go ahead and turn on the pot. First thing we're gonna do is add some oil. And again, there's no quantity. Just pour some oil in there. Use proper judgment. I'm not sure what the term of this is for, but we're basically gonna let it cook in the oil for a bit. So just keep your eyes on it. Make sure to stir it here and there. And we're gonna we're not fully cooking it in an oil. We're just gonna give it like a half cook. And then after that, we'll add some water, and then we'll move on to the next step. For this first step, we're just gonna put the oil and garlic only, and then we'll move on to the next ingredients after this process. Might need a little bit more oil. We're using olive oil, if you guys are wondering. Okay, so it's half cooked. We're gonna add some, I'm not sure what these leaves are called, lemongrass leaf, I think. So we're gonna add a little bit of that. Lemongrass. I can smell the lemongrass already. It smells awesome. We're gonna add water now. We're gonna fill it up about halfway. Okay, so you guys can see how much water we filled it up to. We left about maybe a quarter of it. And I'm also gonna cut up an onion. We're gonna put maybe a full onion in there. This is optional if you guys like the bamboo shoot. This is something you can add on to it.
This is sour bamboo shoot.
Sour bamboo shoot, so we're gonna add some of this stuff in there. Okay, right now we're gonna add some peppermint.